Welcome to Shield Check, a DC20 series covering class and subclass breakdowns in under 10 minutes. First up on Shield Check, we'll be covering the Barbarian and Barbarian subclasses. Barbarians savagely charge into battle with reckless abandon, trading defense for more offense. Their combat training gives them access to weapons, all armors, and all shields. This is the chart for character progression of a Barbarian from levels 1 through 10. Their level 1 class features, we start with Rage. Utilizing one action point and one stamina point, the Barbarian can enter a rage for 1 minute. This provides them +1 damage on melee martial attacks, advantage on might saves, a decrease in point defenses by 5, however, a gained resistance to elemental and physical damage. You also gain Berserker, inclusive of several abilities, the first of which is Charge. When you make a melee martial attack on your turn, you can move up to 2 spaces before making that attack. Next, Berserker Defense. While not wearing armor, you gain an additional +2 to your area defense. Fast Movement. While not wearing armor, you gain 1 speed. And Mighty Leap. You can choose to use Might instead of Agility for jump distance and when calculation of taking fall damage. You also get a flavor feature called Shattering Force. Structures and mundane objects hit by you with a melee attack are always considered critical hits. At level 2, the Barbarian gets Battle Cry. By utilizing one action point and one stamina point, you can release a shout, giving yourself and your allies within 10 spaces that can see or hear you one of the following. Fortitude Shout. Each creature gains 1 resistance against the next source of physical or elemental damage they would receive. Fury Shout. Each creature deals 1 damage on their next attack against a single target. And Urgent Shout. Each creature gains 1 speed until the start of your next turn. You finish off level 2 with a talent point. That brings us to level 3, in which we get access to our first subclass, the Elemental Fury Barbarian. The Elemental Fury Barbarian begins with Raging Elements. Surrounding yourself with elements or violent nature, you can choose 1 damage type between the list to count as your elemental rage damage. If you choose physical, you also have to choose whether it's bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing each time you enter a rage. Additionally, you gain a 2-space aura that grants the following. Erupting Elements. Creatures immediately take 1 elemental rage damage when they deal damage to you while in your aura. Elemental Blast. Utilizing 1 action point and 1 stamina point, you can blast 1 or more creatures that are within your aura, making a spell check and on hit causing them either 1 damage or 3 damage if it's a single target. And lastly, Aura Type, which allows you to choose 1 additional benefit. First, we have Slowing Aura. Your aura range is considered difficult terrain, and creatures are slowed when they fail a save you force them to make. Splashing Aura. Once per turn, when you deal elemental rage damage to a creature, you may do the same to another creature within 1 space of that one. Stunning Aura. Once per turn, a creature that fails a save you force it to make also loses the ability to spend action points on reactions until the start of its next turn. And last, Pushing Aura. When using Elemental Blast, creatures must also make a physical save and are pushed 2 spaces either to or away from you should they fail. We also get the flavor feature, Elemental Affinity. Infused with the elements, you can make yourself heard over blizzards, thunderstorms, earthquakes, and gain access to the following. The ability to make your voice 3 times louder, the ability to swirl non-harmful magic around you matching your elemental damage type, and gaining advantage on saves against exhaustion caused from environmental effects. Your other subclass option is the Spirit Guardian. Choosing the Spirit Guardian subclass gives you access to Ancestral Guardian. This is inclusive of Bestowed Protection, allowing you to learn 1 of the maneuvers, either Parry, Protect, or Raise Shield, unless you already have all 3, in which case you can choose 1 of any other maneuver. and also Spiritual Aura. You gain Mystical Resistance and a 5-space aura, granting the following. First, you can use Shove action on creatures within your aura, pushing them horizontally in a direction of your choosing. And you can use Parry, Protect, or Raise Shield on any creature within your aura. Raise Shield used in this manner does not require a shield. You also gain the flavor feature Ancestral Knowledge. You have advantage on recalling information of historical relevance based on your ancestries. You also choose to gain advantage on a trade or language check once per long rest. And if neither of those fit your style, then you have the Paragon Barbarian subclass. Taking the Paragon Barbarian subclass allows you to take a class talent, which you can use in several ways. One of your options is to take Unfathomable Strength. You must also have Rage and be at least level 3. Should you take this one, you gain access to Titan Grip. While raging, you can wield two-handed weapons, utilizing them as one-handed weapons. And you also get Leg Day, which increases your jump distance by 1. Or you can choose Swift Berserker. This requires you to have Rage, Berserker, and be level 3. This gives you Quick to Anger, allowing you to immediately enter a rage as a reaction when rolling for initiative, and also Unstoppable Charge. Movement granted by your charge ignores difficult terrain and does not provoke opportunity attacks. You can also choose a different feature should you like. However, whatever your choice is, you also get the flavor feature Jack of One Trade, giving you access to 1 trade point. And that's it for the Barbarian and Barbarian subclasses. We'll see you next time on Shield Check. And until then, keep that shield wall strong.